20 million without financial due diligence and security.
Security.
The bank won't lose, Lucky.
Yeah.
Remember, they want their money back one way or another. They won't just give it out and take a chance.
I think we've had that. So if there is security, maybe you have another commercial building and you want another one. At least they can check the value and see how much. I think they will actually tell you how much you can qualify for. If they check your assets, then they can see. Okay, maybe if you have a building worth 10 million, they can give you 5 million. Maybe I'm just assuming, but I think that's what we can get, or we can hear from the bank themselves.
Never over 20 years. A commercial loan is usually between 5 and 8 years. That's what makes the installments so high.
Okay. Another one, the rental world. It's a lot of things are happening, but what I always get across is people wanting to chase their tenant. Maybe my tenant is not paying, I want to chase the tenant out. Some says, you know what, my tenant just left and they didn't give me a notice. And some says, okay, my tenant does not pay, gave them notice, it's more than 3 months. Now I want to take the things and put them on the street. Such stuff. Do you do that? Can you explain that so that our people can understand at home that how does that work?
Lucky, if there's no rental agreement, the lease agreement is governed by the Rental Housing Act. You have to give a calendar month notice if you want to chase them. Let's don't use that way to replace them, or so a calendar month. But if there's a rental agreement, that's always your best option. But be careful for rental agreements you get off the internet, because that is not tailored to your specific situation. You need a rental agreement that sets out the terms and conditions that you want to rent out your property. Let's say there's a dispute and you say in that rental agreement, if you break this and this and this clause, I can give you a 1 month's notice or a calendar month's notice.
The golden rule, Lucky, is you can never be evicted without a court order. That's the golden rule. If you rent property, we live in an age where human rights are important. In years gone by, people would have thought nothing of evicting a family in this rain and packing their goods and belongings in the rain. The Prevention of Illegal Eviction Act makes it a criminal offence to evict someone without a court order. This means that if I rent a flat or a house from you, and if I come home tonight, and if you have packed all my belongings on the street and took possession of the property, that's an illegal eviction. It's a criminal offence, and I think the fines is quite hefty. It can go up to R1 million. If you're in renting out properties, go see your lawyer, follow proper procedure. My best advice to tenants, people, pay your rent. Do not move into spaces that you cannot afford. Remember, your landlord has a bond to pay, bills to pay, and a family to feed, and a municipal account to pay. So in Afrikaans or in Latin we used to say pacta sunt servanda. We must honor our agreements. If a landlord and a tenant does that, there's no issues.
What Mr. De Beer says is quite important. There's a misconception in the community that I've seen. A lot of people approach us and they want an eviction letter from us. There's no eviction letter a lawyer can give you.
Is it?
You need to approach the court and do a PI application and get a court order to evict someone if they don't want to leave.
With the sheriff, you cannot evict on your own.
Lastly, another one, I think the rental one is very clear. So I hope you're listening there at home. If you need to, I think the gentleman will leave their details for in case you want some legal advice. They will definitely offer you that. Another one is when someone dies. Now, I know a house in Bloemfontein. The owner of it died, and they couldn't find the next of kin. So if you find yourself in that situation, how is the house transferred to the closest person or the family member? What happens in that matter?
Can I answer this one, Jan?
Yeah.
Lucky if I die and if I leave no one, not a single soul, the government becomes my heir. That property goes to the government. If I leave a distant relative such as a nephew or a sister, then they, in terms of the Interstate Succession Act, if there's no will, they will become entitled to that property. But that this estate must be reported to the master in Bloemfontein. An executor must be appointed, and the guy that sells you the house is the executor of the deceased estate. You never buy a property from a guy that says it was my uncle's house, it's mine now, he's dead, I'm his only relative. There needs to be a title deed. So there needs to be letters of appointment. But if there's no family, you cannot legally buy it. It's very rare. We all have family. But if a person dies without leaving a single soul behind, it becomes the government's property. Unless he, in a written will, states that it go to my church or my neighbor or whoever should inherit. So, Johan, what do you think?
Exactly, and remember that executor will have a letter of executorship, and he will follow the proper procedure. It will go through a conveyancer. No one will sell you a property out of hand. You will definitely follow the normal procedure.
I think that's pretty clear. People have learned. I think if our viewers really haven't learned regarding purchasing properties, renting, and also the reasons why we have expensive properties in Bethlehem, I think that was very important information. And thank you very much, gentlemen. And I know there are those with questions and they want to come to your law firm or they want to come to your buy property or get advice or anything like that. How do they find you and where do they find you?
Lucky, we're situated at 24 Nodea Street. It's just across the road from Goble Park, near the Spar in downtown.
Right next to Goldwagen, the blue and white building where you buy the pots.
You can't miss us.
You can't miss us.
No,
The
if you put
building
it that
is,
way,
if you
cannot
travel
be
down
missed.
Commissioner, it's on the corner of Commissioner and Nudea. If you don't see us, just look for Goldwagen, but our branding and signage is quite clearly visible.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. And I know that our people needed to find or to hear this information. And until there's anything else, I think I'll be in contact. And if I get arrested, I will call you guys to get me out.
Can I tell you how to make money quickly?
No.
50,
Please.
No.
50 rand and a toy gun.
And a tour guide. Then I got it, eh?
All your dreams come true. And mine too.
And it's not that easy. It's not that easy as we see it in the movies. But thank you very much. And I appreciate your time. I'm just going to play this now. They're at home. Don't go anywhere. There's still more coming. Let me see if my second guest, it's around here or what. But there's still there's still a lot that we need to talk about. So, but gentlemen, thank you very much. Let me just escort you guys out just in a second. Let's do this. Oh, technology sometimes it's one complicated thing, but I think and let's do this. Oh, now this needs to be here. And another thing, but we're done. I'll just see that. Let me just close my mic so I'll be back.
sec that I'm involved with.
Yeah.
But yeah, most people know me.
Yes. I'm sorry for those that didn't hear. I can see now my volume was not really up the correct way. I'm with Mr. Jack Vint from BethNet and BethSec. It's one of the people that are doing very good in business in Bethlehem, and we must always get those flowers. You know, when I give you the credit, you're doing good.
Yeah, thanks.
Doing good. When I go around, when I drive around, I see BNS, and I'm also with BNS here at the response.
No, I appreciate it.
The response. I just wanted to say that.
Ah,
The
thank you,
response is
Lucky.
amazing. You know what? Even if it's just a small mistake. No, I think it will be fine now. My guy's telling me if the sound was off. Now it's back. It's back now. I'm very sorry about that. I realized my mistake. It's technology. You can check it now. I know now it's here. Let's see. Now we're gonna. But the volume is a bit down.
Should I say testing 1, 2, 3?
I'm just gonna increase it again. I'm gonna check it. I can't believe I have to check it while I'm still alive already. That's why people usually choose to pre-record these things, you know,
Yeah.
because sometimes it might give you some errors. But I'll just put the volume a bit up so that we have a better one. No, I think that will be fine.
Are we
Will
good?
be fine. Yeah, but they did hear us. It's just that it was not really that loud. It was a bit down.
Yes.
No, it's good now. It's good now. I can hear it. So yes, as we were saying, but we haven't started. So I want us to talk about the economy
Yes.
because it's very important. The economy. People are wondering, why are you talking about economy? What do you mean by that? The money, the economy it's what makes the town. You know,
Yes.
we have businesses, different businesses supplying different services, and the money circulates. There is employment there. There's growth in the town. If people have money, people are able to buy houses. Real estates are winning. If people make money, people go there and buy more meat. Butcheries make money. You know, they buy fridges. They need a fridge for the meat. The furniture shops get money.
Yeah.
They need to entertain themselves. They come to such establishments. We also make money. So if the money rotates, that's one thing that I want us to talk about is the money rotating. So firstly, what I want to talk to you about is the illegal. The businesses that are owned by illegal immigrants or that are also doing illegal stuff. There's some that are doing illegal stuff, some that are owned by illegal immigrants, not paying tax. They're keeping the money in the shops and stuff like that. But that's what I want us to also discuss. What's your take on that?
I think it's detrimental for our economy, especially if you don't keep the money in Bethlehem.
Yes.
A healthy economy for a town, you need the money to stay in your town as best as you can. So yes, tax is a big issue, and legality around businesses, you know, having the correct licensing, supplying stuff under the correct laws and all of that is important, because then you make sure you get good quality hardware, good quality products, especially when it comes to food and all of that stuff. And once you come to illegal people doing business illegally, right, it's difficult for someone to compete with that person who's doing it the legal way. Because the illegal guy's overheads are low. He can supply that thing much lower. But there's no quality control or any of those things that he needs to do that the other person needs to do. So yeah, it's a big hurdle for businesses to get over. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, your point is very crucial, because for an example now, if someone is selling alcohol illegally and then I'm licensed, then we're not going to be competing the same, because I have a license that I need to pay annually. You know, that person is not doing that, and then you're going to find out that their prices also are lower.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can open my internet thingy there now, I'm not complying with ICASA, and then you're going to find out that I'm not going to be charging less. Now I'm saying, no, I'm better than BethNet, only to find out that this person the quality is not good, and also it's not compliant. So
But who are you going to complain to? If you buy illegal products and something happens to you or your family and you purchase illegal products knowingly, you don't have any recourse.
that's true.
So it's not good. But the easy way to solve this is, in my opinion, is don't support those people. The only reason those companies and businesses are opening up in Bethlehem is because they have people buying from them. They have people supporting them. It's difficult to sometimes know if a place is doing stuff illegally and if they're operating under the right procedures. But you as a client have a choice on where you're going, where are you going to buy, and who you're going to support. Is the person that you're supporting someone who is active in the community? Is it someone who has the best interest of the community at heart? Because those are the people we have to love in our community, and we have to help them.
True.
We have to make them successful. Young entrepreneurs, black and white, throughout Bethlehem. We must keep them in our town. But once government comes, or things happen which makes it difficult for them to do business in their town, they're most probably going to leave. And the only people who lose with that is Bethlehem. The people who live in Bethlehem lose. Because that young entrepreneur could create jobs, could employ more people, give other people opportunities to start other businesses. I take my business for example. I've started with 2 employees, 3 employees. We're now well over 60 employees. And that's something that I'm very proud of.
That's good.
I have 63 employees working for me already.
Wow.
And that's something, and all of those people working for me is like my family. And I enjoy that, and I take pride in that I can be someone who's involved in the community, and I'm giving back. Yes, I'm selling a service, and it's making me profitable, and I'm making money out of it. But it's about much more than that. It's about how am I going to make Bethlehem better? It's not only about business always. How am I going to make Bethlehem better?
That's what we need, and I'm happy to hear that you have employed so many people. That's what we need. So if the businesses are growing and the economy is growing and people have money, you can even employ more people.
Yeah.
Because now if I have money, I want BethSec to be guarding my home. I want BethNet to be my internet. But people cannot afford that at the moment. There's people that are sitting down. If you go to Osokong, I promise you there is serious unemployment there. People are sitting home with good qualifications. I know people that are qualified teachers, qualified doctors sitting home with papers because they just cannot get jobs.
But that's we as a community. We as a community must come in, and we must encourage businesses to open up in Bethlehem. Businesses who will employ local people, not get people from different provinces to come and work here.
That's another thing of people being employed from outside. It's best if a company, if we can bring, for example, a factory here that's producing something that we need. Let the factory come and employ people from here. Don't come, and there's businesses which will be coming with people that we don't know where they're coming from. It's not the right way. It's best if we have employed people from here, then the economy will grow. And the businesses will also grow, because now people are trying the business world. The government is not really creating jobs here and there. We have hospitals that are there, but there's no nurses. So at least if you're trying a business, it could be successful if more people are employed.
Yes.
So that's very good. And speaking of that, let's go to the CBD now and look at our central business district. It is central business district because that's where you'll find you're supposed to find all the businesses, all the shops, different ones. That's where the businesses make money, that are providing service, that are selling goods and stuff. But when you look at our CBD now, especially with you, I think you've seen
with my cameras and
people now that are smashing and grabbing, people stealing phones, and I think there's crime increasing there on the CBD. And it doesn't look. If you see between ShopRite and Boxer, that passage there, it's starting to get a bit filthy here and there. I mean, those are the things that are killing our CBD.
People are urinating on the streets.
People are urinating on the street.
They're throwing their garbage everywhere.
Exactly,
and
my
that
point.
makes legitimate businesses that we want in our CBD wanting to move away. So what's happening now is we're moving our CBD from the CBD to there where the mall is, Tiglabeng. We're moving our CBD.
That's what's happening.
And
that's what's happening.
As soon as your CBD starts deteriorating, your problems start arising, like crime, drugs, your illegal shops opening up, because we're opening up that void to be filled. And unfortunately, most of the time, that void is being filled by things that's not right. We've seen crime increase in the CBD. I hope there's something that we as a community can do to bring our CBD back to where it was, where it's safe, where people can walk freely.
How did we get here with the CBD? Because I think it used to be where you find everything. It used to be clean. It used to be proper. Right now with the CBD.
But that's all that we need to start with. Keeping it clean.
Yes.
Keeping it clean.
How do we keep it clean?
If you see papers laying around, pick it up, even if it's not yours.
But now
it's
you pick
small
it up.
things.
There's shortage of the dustbins at the corner. That's what we have to start there.
But that's
there
where
has to be.
That's where we must start forcing our municipalities to listen to us and say, listen, we have people who want to be involved in our town. We have businesses who will sponsor and pay for better dustbins. Give us permission to do those things.
So you
And
need permission in order to do that?
Yeah, you need.
can't just
big-
say you're putting
no.
dustbins around.
Yeah, no, it's on municipal
Really?
infrastructure. No, you can't. You must have municipal approval to do things like that.
Imagine.
So, and that's where sometimes the bureaucracy comes in, and the hurdle comes in to get government involvement in that sense. I think the appetite from their side is there. We have approached them a few times with some ideas and stuff that we have for town, and they've met us with friendly, open arms, but we're still waiting for feedback.
Is it?
There's a lot of business who wants to get involved in CBD and in Bethlehem, but all of them are hesitant at the moment because there's this uncertainty of we want to start something, but is it going to happen? Are we going to get the approval? So yeah,
So they need approval from the municipality.
yes. You see, because it's easy to pick up papers. Picking up papers is easy.
True.
But putting up a dustbin makes a long-lived change
Yes.
in the town.
'Cause
I
I
don't
mean,
want to pick up
you
papers
can't-
every day.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have something now, and let's say maybe I was just drinking my cold drink, and I'm thinking of throwing it on the floor, and then I look around,
And there's a dustbin close by.
there's the nearest one, I can walk there and
Yeah.
put it there. But now when you look, sorry, you don't see a dustbin. Ne? Now I'm carrying maybe a Powerade bottle. I look, I don't see it. Okay, I carry it around. Now I'm having plastics. I've already bought things.
You're gonna drop
I'm
it.
still having that bottle. Still looking around. I can't find it. So if it's there at every corner, and I think if we think the ones that the municipality use, the concrete ones,
Yeah.
they can't be stolen.
They can't be stolen, but
there's
they're
a
too
shortage
small.
of them now.
But they're too
and
small.
They're also small.
Yeah.
And they get full very fast.
Yes.
So
yes.
because someone might be coming from a store opposite,
Yeah.
and they just throw things in that one, and then it's full.
But that's where we as a community must start standing together. Where if you see someone vandalizing, because you know those cement blocks, they started putting that in because people used to make fire in the.
Oh yes, it's true.
So
it's
now
true.
if we replace those dustbins with better dustbins that can hold more stuff, and we see someone wanting to make a fire there, we must tell them like, listen, stop,
Yes.
don't do that. If we see something that is wrong, we as a community must start saying something about it. And that's where I made a post on my BethSec page the one day where they show, the guy opening the door of the lady, and he wanted to steal the stuff. And I said in my post that we as a community must start standing together.
Yeah.
If I see someone in need, I must help them. If I see something that is wrong, I must.
Stop it.
I'm not
If
saying
you can,
fight.
Yeah. There's
No,
ways.
listen,
You can
but
call
there's
the
ways like,
police.
hey, man,
you can
come
show
on.
that you see.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Maybe if it's not dangerous, of course. I mean,
We must bring pride
Yes.
back to Bethlehem. This is our town. We want our town to be nice, not only for myself, but for everyone and everyone visiting here. Because if people drive through Bethlehem and they see Bethlehem is this beautiful town, you know what they're going to do? They're going to say, I want to move to Bethlehem. That guy's either going to come work here and contribute to the economy, or he's maybe going to come open a business. And that's everything. It benefits everyone. Business benefits everyone. A flourishing CBD and economy helps everyone. People like saying dignity. Give the people dignity. The best way to give a person dignity is giving him a job. That's the best way to give someone dignity. And if you give a person that, he's going to start caring about his community. He's going to start caring about how his town looks. He's going to be involved in cleaning up the town.
Yes. Another thing, speaking of the crime in CBD, I know you guys have. If I was talking to someone else, I was still going to be talking about the cameras.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job. Those cameras are doing a great job. I think it's just that I don't know if some buildings it's not really easy to put them on, but they've increased. I also saw one. I was worried after the incident. What happened to me? So there's a camera right here.
Yeah, just here on the corner.
I saw it there. It's the very important one. So I see you're still putting more. I think, but that alone, I don't think it can help. What else can we
Look,
do to fight?
I must give a shout out to the SAPD. They've been instrumental in bringing crime down in town. They've been using my technology. It was going slow in the beginning, but now they're contacting us. Look at these cameras. Look at these vehicles coming through town. And we've had a lot of success with the cameras in bringing down the crime. So our next initiative that we're taking as BethSec now, and I don't want to sell my business, this isn't what it's about.
Yes,
But we're going to start putting up facial recognition cameras in town and all of that to try and bring crime also down in the CBD. police give me, you say we're looking for this guy, we can't find him, and he goes past one of my cameras, it's going to do the facial recognition, and then I'll be able to notify the police to say, listen, this guy is in the corner of that act as you see fit.
Yeah.
My job as BEFSEC is to make the police look good, number one, and make them stronger in our community.
And their job easier.
And their job easier.
It helps.
Yeah.
I mean, if it also when my car was taken or stolen, and it was easy for the police to communicate with people from BEFSEC. They called and so it does help the
we
police.
have a good
There's a lot of
relationship.
things that first thing when you get there, they wanna contact BEFSEC.
Yeah.
They wanna find out if BEFSEC has recognized that on their cameras. Then they will go to the farmers also to check the farmers'
Yes.
cameras and see if there's anything. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
That's reducing crime.
Yeah.
Trust me, there could have been more cars stolen if it wasn't because of that
Yeah.
technology. But now you have to think that if I'm stealing a car, which road am I going to take?
There's no.
There's cameras on every exit.
We've covered
Yes.
all of them.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. But I want us to go back again and check everyone, actually, not only me and you, but also the community. Look at the things that we've spoken about, look at the economy, and let's support the businesses that are bringing the money around, that are employing our fellow brothers and sisters around here. Because, when I'm talking about employing, I'm not just saying if someone is going there. You find out there's people that are using people. They're earning, people are paying people 100 rand a day.
No, that's not
So
right.
it's getting 100 rand a
Yeah.
day. You get 100 rand and you're working very hard and you're not being treated well. The labor laws are not followed. It's just bad at other businesses, and people, because they need jobs, they just go
Yeah.
for that. So we want people that are really employing people. I'm talking about paying them at least a basic salary.
Yeah.
And making sure that those people are treated well like human beings. They enjoy coming to work, they work, and they're able to provide their families.
It mustn't be taken advantage of.
They shouldn't be taken
No.
advantage of.
No.
Not at all.
And it doesn't matter. I always tell the guys who work with me also. The guy who climbs on the roof and helps me put up a dish for the internet is equally important than the guy sitting in the office doing the programming on the routers. Because I won't be able to do my job without that guy who goes and pulls in the cable, or the guy who digs the trench for me. I won't be where I am today if it wasn't for the people on ground level helping my business grow. And that's why they must also get recognition for what they're doing. So all the guys with BEFSEC and BEFNet who help me every day to build this business, thank you. We're doing it together at the end of the day. And hopefully we can build something that is long-lived for Bethlehem and not only benefits myself but benefits the broader community. So we want to start getting involved in projects, see how we can uplift the community and take hands with other businesses to do the same. Yeah.
That's really brilliant. And I also want to say that now that we've spoken about our CBD, let's try. Although there's still no dustbins and other things that might be needed to clean it, but let's try a small bit. So let's not just litter around. Let's just. I think also the municipality should also not relax. They must try. The dustbins are very important. They are important at the corners. Make them nearby. If you guys can come with the bigger ones, or maybe I think which ones are they using at other towns? Which ones could work for the municipality? Maybe they don't.
I saw a very nice picture of a plastic dustbin with holes in the bottom, and it's on a swivel, and it has a steel frame. So it's a big, like the big diesel, bins.
Not a plastic one.
Yeah, and then it can swivel. Yeah. So when the people from the municipality comes, the dustbin at the moment is difficult to reach in and clean it. But if it has a swivel, you can put a plastic bag around it, you can swivel it, everything comes out, and it's easy to clean.
They must clean it, yeah.
So we must look at implementing stuff like that, something that is practical. I don't think putting up a big block of cement with a hole in it because the people keep making fire in it is a good solution. I understand the premise that you're tired of struggling and you're going to put up a cement block.
But again, another thing, okay, they could be doing that because the steel ones, if there's steel frame or anything steel, they steal it.
Yeah.
But it comes back to what you said earlier. We have to act when you see someone doing something wrong.
Say
if you
something.
see someone, people were breaking the cement blocks there at the cemetery. This what did you call these fences that they make with concrete?
The pre-con.
Yeah, the pre-con. So they steal inside. Oh, sorry about that. They actually steal inside. So what they were doing is they would break the concrete, then take the steel frames inside, then take it to the scrapyard. The scrapyard owners,
Don't buy it.
If you can see, you can see that this thing not a legit thing. You can
Yeah.
still that this person is coming with plumbing pipes.